Hey, so today we have the ultimate Ronin SC rig. Okay, I mean, let's just freaking go, dude. So this is it. It might look a little ridiculous to you. So to start off, we have the Ronin SC itself, the most basic that it can possibly get, just bare bones Ronin SC. We're gonna start off at the bottom here. This is, I guess, like a plate, kind of, like a cage-ish kind of thing. It adds a little bit of protection to the bottom of it and allows me to put this little tripod legs right in the center. Moving up to the top, actually, we're not gonna get into the beefy stuff quite yet. We're getting rid of all of the little small boring things. I have this base plate. All of my parts are from SmallRig. I just really like their products. They're all from SmallRig, just to let you know. So we got rid of the base plate that came with the Ronin SC, and we got this SmallRig base plate. And what this allows you to do is to add these little weights. You may or may not need this depending on the lenses that you are using, but you can add these little weights right here. I have a 50 gram and a 100 gram. There's also a 200 gram weight that you can get. And obviously you can stack these together and add as many of them as you need. But I feel like the Ronin SC is just a little bit not powerful enough to handle some of these lenses. In my setup, I'm typically running a 28-75 Tamron, and I mean, I can balance it without the addition of these weights, but it just makes life a whole lot easier when I do have these weights. I can even punch in all the way to 75 millimeters, which adds a lot more weight up at the front, so it's a lot more top heavy. So you can only push back the camera so much before you just can't push it back anymore. So at that point, I can go ahead and add as many of these weights as I possibly can to try to regain the center of balance. Because that's all that you're really trying to do, is you're just trying to balance this. But anyway, this base plate is really, really nice. It's all metal, which I like better than the standard base plate that comes with it. And now you have to get these little micro screwdrivers. You have to have like a really, really tiny screwdriver set, but you can actually put on the, what do you call this? One of the thing that people were raving about with the SC versus the S was this little knob that you can tighten and untighten to just have it remember where your positioning was. Yeah, you can take that off of the original base plate and you can put it on this one. You have to have a really tiny screwdriver to do that, but you can, and it's amazing. Just get this base plate. Even if you're using the weights or not using the weights, having this base plate being all metal and nice and stuff, it's just nice and stuff. Okay, finally moving on to some meat. We have, I don't know what it's called, but it's this little mount that goes around the neck of the Ronin SC, and it just adds a whole bunch of little adapters. And just about the only thing we are mounting to that little neck plate is a side handle. So I have the NATO rail side handle thingy. It's like $50. Something ridiculous, but the benefit of that is the look of it, for one, and you can very, very easily just take off this handle because you just unscrew it. So you can just take off this handle when you're not using it, or when you have to package it or transport or whatever you want to call it. When you have to transport it, you don't have to have the handle on, especially since we have a monitor. So you can take off the handle and the monitor at the same time. Now, moving on to the monitor. So, holding the monitor onto this whole system, I have this swivel mount. It's like a tilt swivel thingy from SmallRig, and that gives you this really nice, clean mount. It's not intrusive, it's just as minimal as it can get. But now, moving on to my monitor of choice, we have the Smallhd Focus 7. I like big monitors. I like to be able to see stuff. So I got a 7-inch monitor. One thing I will say about this monitor is you will want to use both of the battery slots. Don't just have one battery, because it creates a lot of heat in that one area. So use both of the batteries to be able to dissipate the heat a little bit better. But we have the Focus 7, and now SmallRig just finally came out. I mean, it's almost been a year. They finally came out with a cage for the Focus 7. So I, of course, have one of those on, and that is one of the reasons we're able to actually use the tilt swivel mount, is because of the cage itself. You know, the cage also adds the nice little sun hood, and the sun hood is actually really needed. you really do need a sun hood. This monitor is very bright, but it's just, you get a lot of glare. So you need the sun hood. The sun hood is gonna make everything a whole lot better. So yeah, this has been my dream Ronin SC setup, and I've been wanting this ever since the Ronin S came out. I can make a couple more videos on the Ronin SC if you want me to, talking about like just a general review and if it works as well as it should. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really just subscribe, tell a friend. You know the deal. And that's it. Yep. Okay. All right.